should be live. That actually worked fairly smoothly this morning. Typically it doesn't. Let me know if you could hear me. Hello, Albert. You said that about an hour ago. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Yeah, let me know if you could hear me. I have the mic turned down a little bit. If it's loud enough, let me know. If not, I'll turn it up a little more. Somebody was saying I should get a pop filter for my SMB7. I don't know if they have it. I'll have to take a look. We're looking good. It's Sunday. We missed last Sunday. I forget why I missed last Sunday. I think I was on a job site, and I think it was that cabling job site. You hear and see me. Awesome. Willie, how's it going? Good morning. Yeah, I think last Sunday we were on this job site. Just give me a sec here. It's always a little difficult recording on the job type stuff. Yeah, it was this video right here. This creepy video, this basement. Oh, this is a terrible picture, but this basement was super creepy. The bathroom, there's a bathroom down there. Somebody mentioned the toilet in the video, and it was just gross. Anyway, the upstairs floors, they're all getting renovated, so at least that'll be pretty good. Easy Touch, how's it going? Matt, how's it going? There was a bunch of my brother's the other one that you see in the videos with all the tattoos on his arms. And he mentioned to me I should do like a, what is it called? My brain right now. I can't even think. Anyway, it's just I had to cut out a lot of things because we were just being dumb and, I wouldn't say the right thing. So he was telling me to put that all in one video and put it to YouTube. And I may do that. A lot of the times when I'm doing videos, there's a lot of errors that I say, or I don't say the right thing. So I end up doing multiple takes and cutting. I don't know. I think it would be kind of funny, but maybe only funny to me. Is there a bottom plate for the 15U? Which one did you buy again? Was it the StarTech that you got? Let me just look at mine. Because mine doesn't have the... That's why I like these little 8U racks right here. Because they have the bottom plate or like a shelf built in. You could buy shelves for any racks anyway. Can't find my new rack. I don't even know if I have a full-on picture of it. Because I have the 15U StarTech now. I think it just has an open cavity on the bottom. So what you would need to do, you'd need to go to Amazon and just buy a shelf. Rack shelf, maybe? Something like that. If you have the grooves in it, then you have a bit of airflow. That's what I typically buy if I need shelves. Clients can get weird about filming. I always ask the client, obviously, beforehand. Most of the people who let me do the filming, they're already subscribers of the channel. And as long as I don't show... Some people want their stuff shown because it's free advertising. But other people, I mean, they don't want anything shown. We're going to a cottage on Friday just to do a couple access points and cameras. I'm going to see if we could record that. We'll see. SPX Labs, how's it going? Gotta run. All right, Willie, have a good Sunday. Marcus, how's it going? Yeah, so the cottage, it's not a very big place. I think they only had 1 or 2 access points, 3 cameras, a doorbell. I forget what else we had there. It's been ongoing for quite a while, but everything's closed now, so we have to get in the attic, which means Jay's got to get in the attic. I don't think I'm going to go up there. If we could film that, I think it would be interesting. I'm pretty sure a lot of people like to see the real world on the job type videos. My problem is when I release them, so there's a specific time that more people watch videos. It depends on the creator. But I release this one really late at night, and I should be releasing them in the morning. But I'm very impatient, so I just release it right away after I'm done editing. But I think I'm going to hold off and do it in the morning. The next video we're working on, or I'm working on, is this Hikvision camera. I just bought it. I saw it at my distributor, and it looked pretty good. It has the color view. What else does it have on it? I think it has person and vehicle detection, if I'm not wrong, but it's just a PT. It's a pan tilt. There's no zoom to it at all. Zach, how's it going? Good morning. In other news, we finally got our air fixed, even though this room's still warm as heck, because we only have one register. So now that big pipe isn't going out of my window anymore. So I'm pretty happy about that. Ubiquiti hasn't really come out with anything new. So I haven't been doing, I mean, we still have some videos that I need to do. I was thinking about picking these up though. I don't know if people are interested in point-to-point videos. What this would really be is me setting it up in my backyard and front yard, pointing it together and making them work. So these Air Max Gigabeam Plus, I think it would be interesting to do, and it would be kind of like doing the building to building bridges, but I don't know what the price difference would be. Where the heck are the building to building bridges? So those are 619 bucks. For these ones, it's 438. The difference is these ones don't integrate with Unifi. So is it worth the other $200 to buy the building to building bridges? I mean, depends on how easy it is. This you just need to go into, buy the IP. I noticed my videos tend to do better. There is an actual setting in the statistics. I'll try to look for it in a minute, that show you the best time to release your videos and the best time to do live streams. Can you do a video on how to access Synology NAS on mobile and laptop when you're on the go? So what I would do is create a VPN and VPN into my network to do it. I think they do have a couple apps to access your Synology NAS. I don't use them though. That's another thing we're going to be doing. I've released a few Synology videos, not a lot. Let's see. So like securing it with two-factor authentication, getting started, iPerf, VPN, a couple of VPN things. So we're going to do a Synology drive to back up your computers to Synology. You just have the Synology drive client, and then your Synology is your server. So I'm going to do a video on that. Then we're going to do backing up from one Synology to another on different locations. Probably a Synology Photos. A lot of people seem to like Synology Photos. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to get some hands-on experience with it. Then we'll do a video. There's a lot we could do with Synology. As I'm running out of Unifi stuff to do. I've done like 300 videos on it. So for the time being, until they release some products, we'll see products or firmware updates, because firmware updates, not everybody comes to the community pages and then looks at the releases, right, to see what's out or what's new. So that's why I like pushing it out to let people know. Which was the last one? I think it was, oh crap, it was what was it? Oh, the Unifi Protect video, which I think is really cool because now you can see who's accessing the cameras at what time and a bunch of other stuff. Tons of bug fixes. How is the Access Point Mesh Pro? So it's good. In my backyard, how I was doing the testing, in my backyard, it was great. I did a bit of the back of the open field where they're doing construction. And then I went to the front of my house. So I think I was about 250 meters away or feet away, and I still got Wi-Fi. The thing is, these are meant more for big open areas, and I was going through multiple houses. So we're supposed to be doing this condo building that has a big open, field. So we're going to be placing a bunch of those. I don't know if that's going through yet. I bought the access points. I should have probably waited till we got the hardware deposit on it. Either way, I'd be able to sell them, but yeah, they're good. Frederick, how's it going? No Name Game, how's it going? $32 of you and only 5 likes. If we could hit that like button, that'd be great. What else are we going to look at? Yeah, so Synology is something that's going to be, making more of an appearance into this channel. I do have this NAS that I need to do a review on. I'm not going to pull it out. I have a bunch of computers onto it, but it's the Asus Tor. I should have done it a long time ago, but I have this Asus Tor 2-bay NAS. I don't even know which model it is, to be honest with you. So I may do a video on that. We'll see how much time I get. What do you think about the Protect AI 360? I think I could talk about what I think they did a video on it, did they not? Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure they did a video on it somewhere. So we're allowed to talk about what they released to the public. Like you probably see Crosstalk did a video on the Unifi Pro S, or this one right here. So did I. I think it's going to be a cool camera. It's got that fisheye lens, which a lot of people don't like, but I think it's going to be decent. I mean, I can't wait to try it. Hopefully they start releasing some new gear. Albert, thank you very much for the 20. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's $30 Canadian. That's a lot of money. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Your English is fine. No worries. All good. So Derek asked, how do you personally figure out what APs and how many to do on a job? So a lot of the APs we're going with now are the newer models. So if we can't get our hands on, we'd love to get the Unifi 6 long range, but I mean, that's almost impossible. Same with the lights. Those are good in certain situations. I use a lot of these nano HDs. How we figure it out, hopefully the client has a floor plan. If they don't, we could kind of draw out how many feet each section is and make a little floor plan and then put it into Unifi Design Center. If we're doing heat maps, we'll use NetSpot app. I've been thinking about upgrading to, I forget what it's called, but it's about $10,000 for this product. Wi-Fi scanner? Wi-Fi heat map. I forget what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's about 10 grand. Yeah, that's it right here. There we go. So if you're into professional Wi-Fi, I mean, if you're doing this for a living, which I do, you should have some sort of heat map if the customer requires it. If they're having really bad signal in one place, heat maps are a great way to tell if things are penetrating, right? And this is just very expensive. If you're only doing it in homes and things, you wouldn't want to buy this because it's 10 grand. But yeah, really, I put it into the design center, and that gives us an idea of how many access points we'll need. Besides that, I mean, you just go and you do testing. How's Unifi automatic AP channel management? I'm afraid of it changing the channel in the middle of the day. You won't have an issue. It won't change. I think you could set the Wi-Fi AI to do it at specific times. No, I wouldn't worry about that. You'll be fine. It won't change in the middle of the day. But I think this would be really cool to do a video on if I do buy it eventually. See, you can't. Oh, hold on a sec. Look at, so it's $8,790, right? So I'm guessing this is probably American. And then you have to buy an annual license of $1,595 a year. That's kind of crazy. But I've heard really, financing. That might be a better option to do. Anyway. I think doing some Wi-Fi heat scans would be cool. Even using NetSpot app, you could get a free NetSpot. Pretty sure you could do a free version of this. I pay for Enterprise, but this pretty well does the same thing. The interface just isn't nearly as nice, and it's only $100 or $200 for it. Yes, Unifi does have an app to measure the. Yep. That's right. So that's the Wi-Fi man. You could do it that way as well. What about Ubiquiti Instant 802 dot? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. So let's get out of there. Another thing I've been thinking about, I see lots of people ask about Microtech, or Microtech, however you say it. I've been thinking about playing with it a little more. They come out with a crazy amount of gear. So Yeah, if you're interested in Microtech, let me know. They did have this AP, but I can't find it anymore. There was this new AP that came out. I have no clue where it went. I was going to buy it, and then I couldn't find where to buy it. Wireless systems. It kind of looked like this, but it was different. It was a WAP something. Do they have a search? It was a new access point. I don't think it's any of these. Maybe they took it down. Netgear has a free app for sale. I'll have to look into that. I mean, there's a ton of free utilities to use as well. You don't need to spend 10 grand. That's just a professional thing. And for some jobs, it actually requires you to use it. So if you're speccing out a job, it's kind of like cable. If you're doing a cable job, they want it all CommScope, and then they want certified tests at the end. It's the same thing with Wi-Fi. Exit that. There was a bunch of people freaking out about this picture of my cat biting the Cat 6 cables. All right. So I posted this, and look, you could see all the teeth marks, and they were worried that she's going to get shocked. These were cut at the bottom. This was for this, cable management video that I did. These weren't plugged into anything. Luckily, she can't get to my network rack. It's behind the door because she would chew them and then get behind it, which I thought was, it was pretty funny, but I wouldn't want her to get hurt. A variety of content would be awesome. Yeah, so that's what I've been thinking, or I'm going to be doing. One thing when you're doing YouTube, you probably shouldn't look at views and things like that, but you do, right? Because you release a video, and there's this dashboard here that tells you how well it did. This was just for shorts. For normal videos, it would tell you 1 out of 10. When I'm releasing non-ubiquity content, it goes to like between 7 to 10. It's never number one, and it probably won't be, because I have my audience is pretty much ubiquity. But we need to start introducing different content, and I already have done different content, right? So we got Unifi Access, on the job stuff, which is still a lot of Unifi. We have Ingenious, TP-Link, Netgear, OpenSense, Aruba, XCP&G. We'll be doing more pfSense videos. I'm just waiting for my pfSense 6100 to arrive, which I have no idea when it's coming. But then we get into the older stuff, like this Lorix camera system. That was pretty much one of my first videos that I did. So yeah, we'll end up doing more content for sure. Lapse time, how's it going? Well, we'll be doing additional content in the way that it's not going to just be ubiquity, right? Like, so now I'm going to do that Hikvision camera, which I think is going to be great, because in my backyard, we only have the one G4 bullet on the one side. So this will go on the other side, and it could pan and tilt. And I'm hoping that the color view is actually good. No Name Game, have a good day. Take care. Which wall plates do you use? So it all depends on the job, right? So if you're going Keystone wall plate. Whoops, I can't spell. Not these. I don't use these ones because you could see the screw hole. These are only 99 cents, not bad. Typically more of this style, right? Let me move my head. Oh, you guys can see that. So this style right here, because you have this little cover that covers up the screw hole, or if they want, you need to, Decora is pretty big. So we get Decora Keystone, right? So we get some Decora straps or inserts, and then you'd put a plate around that. It just looks a lot better, and you could get them in multiple colors. It really depends on the customer and what they want. How much have you used the person detection on the Unifi G4 gear? I installed these at a customer is complaining that is detecting animals and people. So I haven't had any. Well, okay. So it does detect animals, but it's detecting them for me as a motion. So we have the one in my backyard now, and we have a couple bird feeders, and it's picking up the birds. But I don't have alerts on my phone anyway, so it doesn't go off. You could set up different motion zones as well, motion smart detection. I use it all the time, and I think it's awesome. One thing that I was looking at, we were at a job. I was doing a job with my uncle. There was a couple Hikvision OEM cameras installed, and it didn't have person or vehicle detection. And there was a vehicle that stole some gas. And we had to scrub through days worth of footage to try to find this vehicle. So the vehicle and person detection, I mean, it's awesome. I need it on every camera I install now. And not just Ubiquiti. Hikvision has it. Other brands have it as well. You can also check how walls affect signal strength by taking 2 readers at both ends. Yep, that's right. Well, and the Ubiquiti Design Center does that for you too. There are other apps or other things that help you with that. Reolink camera, great. So Reolink keeps, they sent me this one camera. I need to do a review on it. They sent it to me probably 6 months ago, but it's just an indoor plug in the wall little PTZ camera. I might do something. Oh yes, that's right. I got to get back to you on that for sure. I got my AC fixed, but I'm still pretty hot. The AC was about $1,500 to $1,500 to fix. I still have this little portable air unit, which kept this room cooler. The problem was that like when I'm talking, it is so loud. Reolink is easy to set up. I bought a Reolink NVR system for my, I guess it was for my mom's house. Still haven't set up. This was probably last year. I think it's probably outdated now to do a video on. I'm not too sure about the Microtech router like HexX because I haven't used it. I think I have, which one did I do? I think it was like a router board or something like that. Yeah, so what did I, this one here. Whatever that is. So I have that and I have a 10 gig Microtech, which I haven't done a video on yet. So maybe we'll do it. I just need to learn it. The interface is a little different. Andre, how's it going? Good morning. It cost you over 10 grand. Oh my Lord. So did they have to replace the whole unit? Do you use the Logitech Meetup conference cam? I never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm using this camera here is a DSLR. It's a Canon ESO 90D. I used Reolink. Reolink aren't bad. I mean, they're fine. I mean, I just don't do much content on them. I might start. I mean, I should probably do a review on that video. They did, or sorry, on that camera. They did send it to me. I feel like it's more of an indoor camera, and I don't have any. I don't want any of my cameras indoor, but I could still do a review for people who want to see it. Oh, the whole unit. Okay, yeah, so that's gonna be costly. But in Texas, I'm sure you can't really go without air conditioning. It would be pretty warm there. I don't know if... Okay, so this camera too, it has accurate human and vehicle target classification, alarm, and face capture based on deep learning hardware and algorithm. So for the video, I'll have to look into that. I have started filming this already, but it was kind of just what comes in the box. We haven't mounted it. It's sitting... I don't even know where I put it. Oh, it's just sitting back here with my alien head, but I think it'll be cool. I believe it has a two-way audio. Yeah, I probably won't use that. I mean, I have no reason to use a conference cam. I wait for the man who drills the hole in the concrete floor. Yeah, we were at a job. We're finishing up this job. And I thought it was going to be open, like everything open. It was an existing building. I didn't know that. The chaseways, we had no idea. The concrete was like this thick. Luckily, one of the HVAC persons, they cored us a hole because I don't have that type of drill. we would have been in trouble. Do you power down your network gear while on backup power, or just let it die? You could let it die. I mean, or you could power it down. The whole thing with having a UPS is so that your stuff will run. I've been happy with my real link. Am I blocking? Move my face. I've been happy with my real link cameras. Only had problems with one camera, and it's nice to handle the RMAs in the Canadian location. Didn't need to worry about shipping. Yeah, so I had to RMA with Ubiquiti a UA Pro. It wasn't bad, but you still have to pay like $20 in shipping, and it did take quite a while to get back to me. Oh, how did I get my my Unifi system? So you're talking about the like mactelecom.me. I have a Raspberry Pi set up, and I just do an internal DNS. SPX, take care. Have a good day. All companies have meeting rooms and use either Zoom. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I just don't set that up for them. We do the networking portion of it. I passed my CCNA. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, the CCNA's come a long way. The blueprint of it since I did mine. I forget, is it? I don't even know what it looks like anymore. CCNA blueprint. I think they've added like a ton more than one I had. So we got network fundamentals. It would be kind of fun to go through it again, but I don't really have a use case to do it either. Yeah, so like explain next generation firewalls and IPS. They wouldn't have had that. They didn't have access points in the CCNA that I took. Is this routing and switching? Or do they even call it routing and switching anymore? I have no clue. But anyway, congratulations. That's huge. That's awesome. Cisco is overrated. Cisco is great though. Like if you're going into enterprise, if you're going into data centers, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing Cisco spine and leaf switches, routing equipment. Do you have any logic on how you stack your equipment within the rack? Just bought a rack and trying to figure out the best placement. I have a patch panel UDM Pro. I just did a video, and it wasn't the best video because it kept cutting. Something was going up with my camera. But anyway, let me post it in chat. Where the heck is it? Network rack setup. I take a look at this. This is how I typically do them. You could do them a little different. I'll see if I have a close up. Somewhat like this, right? So I have a patch panel at top, then I have a switch, or you could put the UDM, whichever, and then another patch panel, and then the UDM. And then we link it between with a DAC cable. Use 6-inch patch cables, and then your cable management is clean. You can get cable management, vertical cable managers for across if you want as well, if you want to use longer patch cables. IPv6, yeah, that's I mean, we never touch IPv6 ever. Warning for the UDM Pro and dynamic DNS. Any idea if more sites will? I have no idea. I'm not too sure. The best thing to do would be to go through their firmware, right? So their new releases. Go to community. You have to be signed in, and then you can go through their like beta and alpha stuff. They have different channels, and then just select the UDM Pro or whatever firewall you're using, and read through it to see what may be coming. Will you buy the I'll buy it if they don't send it to me. It would be nice. They might send it to me for a review. If not, yeah, I'll definitely be buying it. I think it looks great. I think the UDM SE will be wicked for like a little small camera system. It's got 8-port PoE. You throw that in, put a hard drive in, you got yourself an NVR. It's awesome. Yeah, I think Tom Lawrence Systems did a video on the SMB switches. I forget what he was having a problem with. I think maybe stacking the switches. You got an interview. Oh, the interviews. Yeah, that's awesome. My first interview was really easy. I thought they were going to make me set up a bunch of different networks, ping things. I went in there. The guy's like, "Can you ping a device?" I'm like, "Yes." And then he's like, "Okay, you're hired." I'm like, "What?" Like, I didn't even answer anything. But hopefully you get the job. I don't use any Cisco wireless systems for Wi-Fi. Nope. Cisco is very expensive. And we service more small to mid-sized businesses. What product would you recommend for a story home approximately 3,500 all-in-one system build out? If you don't need super advanced routing, I would go with the UDM Pro, and then if you can get the Wi-Fi 6 long range, that's what I'd do. Also, are you still using your model setup? I just returned it recently for Unifi after finding out that they couldn't access IoT. So yes, they don't have I forget what they don't have. But anyway, you can't multicast. They don't have MDNS right now. I still have all my Amada gear. I don't use it in my house though. I use all Ubiquiti stuff and some pfSense. But have you used the newer Wi-Fi built-in control? I haven't from Grandstream. I have one Grandstream access point that I did a video on a while ago. I would like to get the Grandstream Wi-Fi 6 AP. Where the heck? Whoops. I don't know where to buy it though. That's the thing. Networking Wi-Fi access point. So this is their new Wi-Fi 6 access point. So it's a 2x2. So if I could find this somewhere, I'll buy it and do a video on it. And then yeah, try their built-in controller. Cisco, no, I don't. We don't use any Cisco stuff. It's just too expensive. Do you recommend having a bolt-on aircon for server? Are you talking about air conditioner? It depends on how warm the room gets. Right now, I have mine in my cold cellar, which gets pretty hot, but it still runs fine. If it gets too warm, yeah, you definitely want to get an air conditioner unit in there. Yeah, typically the Wi-Fi 6 APs do run a little hotter, which I haven't touched one in quite a while, but I have one on my roof. It seems fine. Maybe that's what's heating up this room. What else was I going to talk about? Upcoming things. So yeah, maybe a job on, or maybe a video on the job that I'm doing Friday. I have to reach out to the client and see if they'll allow me to do it. It's up north. Most of the jobs that we're doing are in the city of Toronto or closer to Toronto. This one's like cottage territory. So yeah, that would be kind of neat to do. We're going to do the Hikvision and then a bunch of Synology and maybe some Microtech. We'll see. And whatever new, if things, come out with Ubiquiti, we'll be doing. I'll probably only be on here 5 more minutes because I do have some things to do today. Which are you talking about? Did you try IP45 rack against water? Which rack are we talking about? The one in my cold cellar? It does have MDNS, the UDM Pro. It just doesn't always work properly. I don't know when this is coming. 6100. Let's see, 6100. Oh, that's not gonna show up. pfSense. So I got this, and they delayed it, and then they delayed it again, and it's supposed to be here the 3rd week, I think, of August, they said, and this is the 3rd week, so hopefully I get it this week. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll switch my UDM Pro out for this and see how it runs. But I think it's going to be a pretty cool unit. Layer 3 routing. The VPNs are supposed to be pretty quick. I guess I could do a video on VPN speeds across different firewalls. And I've also been thinking about doing... What was I doing? Zabbix video for network monitoring on my Raspberry Pi. And then there's something else I was going to do. Oh, what is that hypervisor called? I forget what the I can't think right now. But putting a hypervisor onto my Protectly box And not XCP&G, the other one. Do I recommend pass-through connectors? So pass-through connectors work well. I mean, people say they're for people who don't know how to terminate, which isn't true. There's these Pro Series ones that put a cap on it. The problem, if you don't have the cap on it and they're outside, you shouldn't do pass-through outside. If it gets moisture, it could blow the PoE port. I ordered a doorbell cover, black and red stone. That's awesome. Oh, did you try to post the link? Proxmox, yes, that's it. Yes, Proxmox. So I've been thinking about loading Proxmox onto my Protectly. I tried XCP&G, it worked. I think Proxmox might be a better fit for me. We'll see. But yeah, doing a Zabbix video on a Raspberry Pi, I think that would be really good, because it could, on a Raspberry Pi 4, I think it could have about 300 endpoints, which is great for small business. You pay what, $100 for a Raspberry Pi, and then you could monitor their network with it. Can you show us which installation equipment you use on the job site? So this new job site, I forget what we're using there. The job site we're going to on Friday, we're using Nano HDs, a couple Nano HDs, some G4 bullets, a G4 doorbell, or two. I think they have two, one at each door. An 8U rack. So I really like these 8U racks. So we'll be installing an 8U rack, some it will pretty much be like this, actually. That's what it will look like. But instead of this 24 port switch, it's only going to be a 16 port switch. They don't have that much that's going to be PoE. So 8 ports will be PoE. The other 8 ports won't be. But yeah, I could go through all of it when I do the video. If I do the video, I'm not too sure. Would Ubiquiti Instant Passive PoE Gigabit Outdoor run adequate power for the UDM Pro via PoE switch to G4 doorbell? I'm not too sure. I haven't tested it out. The G4 doorbell, you need to have, it's a 2-wire, right? Let's see. It doesn't have PoE. Where the heck am I going? Right, so if we look at the back, I think they show it. Right, that's the connection right there. Usually use like 18.2 wire to connect that, or doorbell wire to connect to the back of it. So I'm not too sure if it'll work. It'd be nice if they did come out with a PoE camera though. I'm also really liking Unifi Access. I know a lot of people don't, they have their concerns about it, but it's really easy to use and easy to set up. And it's not like I'm going out and telling people, install this. People are contacting me, and then they're contacting me, and then they're saying, we've bought Unifi Access. Can you install it for us? And we do. And it works great. It's so easy to use. But I haven't used any other door access system, so I don't know if it's comparable. Different Ethernet cables require different Keystone Jack. Well, so Cat6a would require a Cat6a Keystone Jack. Cat5e would require a Cat5e. If you have a Cat6a Keystone Jack and you have a Cat6 or a Cat5e cable, it could still terminate on there. It's just the pinout could be a little loose, right? Because the Cat6a copper inside of the wire is thicker. Oh, what's the best spot to purchase? You're in Canada? I buy a lot of stuff from Canada Computers or Amazon. So I'd probably buy the DS, probably buy this from Amazon. I don't know what the price difference is, but yeah, it's $3.99. Will you use the Aruba Instant On switch? Not sure. I forget which one they sent me. I did a video already on Aruba Instant On. They sent me a 24 or 48 port switch. It's in my basement, which I may do some more videos on when they come out with some new firmware. Oh, that. I think I did a video. So what I use, this will be, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta leave in a minute. Oh, you're in Georgia. Okay, Atlanta. I would just use Amazon. I'm not too sure what retailers would be in that area. So for crimping tools, for keystones, I use the iPunch tool by Vertical Cable, which it didn't come up here. iPunch tool. Where the heck is it? I mean, you could use these, right? These are 110 punch downs. The problem with these, you could slip and cut your finger. I think I got to go back to Amazon.com. Vertical Cable iPunch tool. There we go. So this is the tool I use, and I could bring up my TikTok and then show you how it works. So you have to use their VMAX jacks. It won't work without it. Hopefully the sound doesn't go on, but I'm warning you, it may go on. Okay, so here's the tool. Oh, there's the tool, there's the jack. You put your conductors in, and then you just crimp, right? So now your jack's done. It's super easy and it saved time. The problem is buying their jacks. For RJ45, I just use easy RJ45. Something like that. That's not the exact one, but this is a pass-through. You could use pass-through or non-pass-through. First, I use cable scissors or cable, I forget what they call them. Maybe I'll do another video on that. I did a video on it a while ago. Newegg. I've never used Newegg. Maybe I should. Hi there, I just got a Unifi phone. How easy is it to set up? I think it's fairly easy. We don't have numbers in Canada yet, so I haven't really tested it. Once it releases full in Canada, I'll do a full video series. The VMAX tool, oh, they don't send it to the Netherlands. So if they don't send it there, I wonder if you could even get the VMAX jacks. We don't do a lot of fiber optics. If we get asked, a lot of the time it's pre-terminated fiber optics. Anyway, on that note, I got to get out of here. I'll be live again next Sunday at 11 a.m. Today was a little earlier. Watch out for some videos. I don't know when they will be. It'll be sometime this week. We're pretty busy this week. Got a lot of cabling jobs, things like that. But anyway, thank you for coming by, and I will see you next weekend. Take care.